Oh, look at this. It looks like we got a ship that ran aground here. It broke its back. There were two ships here. Oh, wow. Never seen a ship do that before. That's crazy. And it's gone. Ahoy there, my captains, and welcome back. This is Captain Mikey here, and we are back in Tiny Sailor's World, a game that we haven't been in for quite some time now. I've been doing a series called Sinking Ships as Many Ways as You Possibly Can. So, without any further ado, let's get right into it, shall we? So today we are going to be sinking the Costa Concordia in all the different ways you can. Now, since I've last been on here, there's been some updates to the game, especially the sinking parts. I'm going to open this up here, and I'm going to go to the sink and then close that. Now, you'll notice this whole thing is now filled up. So I'm going to have to probably do these episodes in parts now, just because of how many versions of the sync you can do. And now you have also ultra slow sync mode, which you did not have that before. You just had slow, medium, and fast. So you might have noticed that I changed the look of my Roblox character. Well, for good reason, and this gives me the perfect opportunity to give a great shout out to Sathvik, the YouTuber, who has requested me to change my Roblox character to look, well, I guess like him. So I'm going to honor his wish, and I'm going to play part 1 and part 2 of this episode as his character. I also want to give a shout out to my coworker and friend Jose, who has created that awesome little intro that you saw at the beginning of this video. I also want to say thank you very much, Jose, for that. That's very, very awesome, and I love it. And he also created my YouTube profile pic and banner. So thank you again, Jose, for that. So we're going to shove off and we are going to go sink this ship. Okay, so we're going to do our first sink for this game. So let's go ahead. We're going to do sink by bow. And here we go. So we are again on the Costa Concordia, and she is now sinking. We'll just say that maybe she's been torpedoed. See, I don't think it's really possible these days if for a ship to sink like by the bow and stuff like that, because I think they just usually turn over. And it has been a very long time since I've been in this game. I've been watching other YouTubers play the game. Boy, that really is sinking really slow. We could just watch like the portholes just slowly going underwater. And now we got a storm going on. The seas have gotten choppy. Oh, we got water on the forecastle. Water is now on the forecastle. Now, obviously, in real life, the Costa Concordia sank only one way. And that bastard coward Scatino who left the ship for so many people to just die. I'm so glad he's in prison. Whoa. Okay, there's a lifeboat flipping out there. Huh. Okay. The lifeboat's like stuck in the ship now, so that is so messed up. Look at that. It's just bugging out. Okay. That's a pretty amazing close-up, don't you guys think? Wow. As the captain of this ship, I will stay until the very end. Unlike coward Scatino. And it went back to being a clear and calm day. Let's go towards the back. Oh, she had those kind of propellers, huh? She didn't have the Azipods? That's interesting. For a ship that was released in 2005, I believe, she doesn't have Azipods. The bridge is starting to go under. It's level with... Oh, not level anymore. Bridge is going under. The bridge is going under. I think for the next set of sinkings, I'm going to just go with slow, not ultra slow. The ship's power is starting to fail. Oh, look at that. That's incredible. Oh, her power just went out. Lifeboats keep going right through the ship. I'm surprised the smokestack still is on still. Not for long, that's for sure. It's about to come off. There she goes. Wow, this really is a slow sinking, ultra slow sinking, should I say. She's been poised like this for what seems like forever. So we are back into night now, and it's still sinking. Boy, this really is an ultra slow sinking mode. So it took about 10 minutes since I last talked, and only now is she starting to slip under. And there she goes, the Costa Concordia. And she slips underneath the waves. Okay, so now we're going to do sink by starboard. And this time I selected just regular slow. Wow. She's already leaning over so far. She's already on the verge of capsizing. I think at this point she might as well flip over. There's no panic yet. Even though she's like completely on her side. There we go. This is more like what she really looked like when she was resting on the rocks. And she's sinking by the stern now. She's going down. Oh, I don't want to get stuck. All power lost. Oh, she's going. Abandon ship. And she's gone. Okay, we're once again back in a storm. And we just did sink by bow and sink by starboard. So now we're going to do sink by stern with port list. And we'll see how that one goes. Oh, wow, she's going fast. Look at that. Isn't that crazy? Oh my god, you could just... Wow. Oh man. Look at that. Oh, there's interiors. I didn't even realize that. Oh, look, there's another... Oh, is that... Oh, look, we got another Costa Concordia over there. The Costa Concordia is sailing by the sinking Costa Concordia. Hi! And now the seas have calmed down. And the storm is gone. Oh. Look at that, another ship has spawned in as well. It's definitely a Cunard ship over there. And the Costa Concordia is once again gone. Oh, look at this. It looks like we got a ship that ran aground here. It broke its back. There were two ships here. Oh, wow. Never seen a ship do that before. That's crazy. And it's gone. Okay. So the next sinking is sink by simulation. Now, I wanted to try to make it as accurate as possible. So I had to get to a setting that is doable for this game. Now, since there is no Giglio, Italy, in this game, I'm just going to have to make do with this little island. Now, on the way, I ended up running into a couple of rocks, but I got here just in time. So we'll just say Captain Scatino over here ran a rock, and now she's listing in the direction that she will be. So we are going to do sync by simulation now. Okay, I wasn't expecting that. I was still expecting it to, Oh, okay. I hear the sound effects of the rocks. So, in real life, the Costa Concordia was struck on the port side, right around here. If you look and see my mouse, it was like around here. And it flooded 2 or 3 compartments immediately. So, shortly after the impact, all power was lost. Although I don't think that will be happening in the simulation. But, as you can see, she is listing heavily to starboard. Now, what happened was, after she lost power, she continued to drift with no power. They couldn't even get the engines going. So the ship kind of turned a little bit and started listing over to the port side. Well, eventually she got a little bit further out to sea when a nice brisk wind, I guess you could call it, pushed and shoved the ship and sent it back to land. So if any of you have ever been on a ship, when the wind hits it, the ship kind of acts like a sail. So that's essentially what happened. It was pushed back, and then it ended up crushing itself on the rocks into shallow water. Now, strangely, beneath the Concordia, there was a deep water drop-off just shortly underneath the ship. Now, we're going to see here, hopefully that doesn't happen yet. But there was a drop-off, and I know during the raising sequence, when they were trying to salvage her, that's one of the big things they were concerned about, was that the ship would dislodge from the rocks and continue to slide further. So if you look at my mouse here, that you would continue to slide further down the rock until she went over the cliff down below. And at that point, the ship is lost forever. There's no raising her at that point. Okay, there she goes. And voila, that's about what she was at when she rolled over. Now, obviously, in this animation, the lights are not going to turn off at all. At one point, when the ship was on its side and in complete darkness, the Coast Guard were flying. They were trying to find the wreck, and they ended up finding it lying on its side. And then they also found out that Coward Scatino ended up abandoning ship. He claims that he slipped and fell into a lifeboat by accident. But first, before he did that, he changed out of his captain uniform and went and dressed in his civilian clothes before accidentally slipping into a lifeboat. And then on top of that, when they finally got a hold of him, they were trying to get him to go back onto the ship, but he just basically kept putting it off and refused. And it was a lot of bullshit, if you ask me. That's why I'm glad the guy was condemned for 32 counts of manslaughter. Yes, 32 passengers and crew died, so which is very, very sad and unfortunate. And yeah, it's very unfortunate. And yeah, and the survivors, they went into lifeboats and swam to shore as the small town of Giglio helped rescue people. And it's so funny because as the sun started to rise, this was the scene of what the islanders of Giglio would see. The Costa Concordia resting on her side. And then a couple years after that, the salvage operations would begin, to where they did like all this stuff and technical stuff. I can't even get into that. I just know it was like hydraulics and platforms and stuff that they had to put underneath. And they were able to roll her over so that she was sticking straight up, like level again. And then they were able to ballast. They were basically able to ballast her and get a lot of water out. And they were able to tow her to where she was scrapped. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the truth of the Costa Concordia disaster. Okay, so now we are going to do sink by bow split. That'll be the next one. So we're going to be able to watch the Costa Concordia split in half. So now the sun is rising for another beautiful day with very calm seas. Wow. I don't know about you guys, but I don't really like the backs of modern day cruise liners anymore. They're very squarish now. Well, even cruise ships in general these days don't have, the sexy curves, I guess, if you want to call them, as the traditional ocean liners, which is very, very unfortunate. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. And it's funny, I've been on eight cruises so far in my life. Yes, I actually keep count. It's actually been quite a long time since I've been on a cruise. The last time I went on a cruise was September of 2018. Yeah, it was that long ago. And I ended up going on to the Carnival. It was one of the Carnival ships. I can't even think of the name. And yet I've been on it twice. Oh, here she goes. Alright, we get to watch it break in half. Just gonna go. There she goes. Absolutely nuts. Going back to the cruise ship names that I've been on, I know I was on the Norwegian Pearl. That was actually on my first ever cruise vacation. I've been on the Carnival Glory. I've been on the Carnival Ecstasy. I might have been on the Fantasy as well. There goes the Costa Concordia. There goes her funnel. Oh, okay. Yeah, the other one that I was on twice was the Carnival Conquest. I've been on that one twice. And I've seen I've never been on them, but I've seen like from port or in dock the Oasis class ships. So I've seen Oasis of the Seas and Harmony of the Seas, and I think I've seen Symphony of the Seas, maybe. And of course I've seen, you know, other various cruise ships from Royal or Costa or actually I might have seen the Costa Concordia at one point in time. The picture's kind of old, but I'll display it on the screen for you guys. I'm not exactly sure because it was prior to the sinking. Alright, she's gone. Alright, so we're going to go to the next one now. And we are going to do sink by stern with starboard list split. And then we'll do a V-brake next after that. So as I was saying before, I might have seen the Costa Concordia, but I'm not sure. It might have just been another Costa class ship. I just know that Carnival owns the Costa Cruise Lines. Look at that. That is crazy. I gotta get a screenshot. So now the sun's starting to go down. And the lights are starting to flicker. Look at it. This is such a great angle to watch the ship go down. Now it's just about to break. Yeah. Watch that go down. Yeah, look at that. That is so cool. I'm going to be honest, I love this game, guys. I think this game's pretty awesome. Look at the interiors. Now, in real life, if the ship had split like that, I think all power would have been lost once it split. Maybe even before that. As the night sky comes in. And there goes the very tip of the prow going under. It's funny, it looks like a sail. The very tip. And she's gone. Okay, so now the next sinking that we're going to do is we are going to do the V-brake. And then we'll end the episode with either sink by stern with starboard list. So 3 more after this, or we'll end the episode with sink by fire. One of the two. So here we go with the V-brake. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh! Now you got two halves of the ship floating, but not for very long. She's taking on water, both bow and stern. Yep. They're both going. And to make matters worse, we're in the middle of a winter storm. So now everybody that's on the ship is going to die by freezing to death. Nah, I'm just kidding. Besides, land is right there. Isn't that something? Now, guarantee you, if this was real life, the way it's angled with the steel, that it would be crushing itself in like this if it was at like this. But it's a game, so it's just gonna clip through. All power is now lost. Oh man. And now my character's going into the freezing cold waters. Oh, there goes the first stack. Well, the only stack, should I say. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. That kind of went pretty quick. As both halves go down. Oh. Oh, okay. Well, it hit bottom. Alright, so now we are going to do sink by stern. Well, her bulbous bow is already out of the water. Wow, that is a spectacle. And on top of that, I'm on flat, calm seas. It's getting lighter out. Can you imagine? You're right next to the ship, looking at it going down like this. Well, the lifeboat deck is awash. Actually, I think it's called the safety deck. Oh. She's starting to lose power. Why is one of the seats in the pool? There goes her funnel. Now the pool deck is awash and is going under. Can you imagine the sight from land? As captain of this ship, I have to go down with her. It is my duty. And the bridge is going under now. Bye, cruel world. I'm going down with the ship. I wonder if I had ultra slow on, because that took quite a long time. And there goes her prow, slipping underneath the ocean once again. So we head to the bottom of the ocean. There we go. We struck bottom. Alright, so now we're going to do sink by bow with port list. Now she's starting to lean over. She's leaning heavily over to port. Very heavily to port. Look at that, her lifeboat deck's already awash. Now her forecastle is starting to go under. Is she in danger of tipping over? What do you guys think? You know what? You know what I just realized? I sank her without... Okay. Yeah, I just sank her without even realizing the depth of the water. Wow. That is incredible. Absolutely incredible. And look at that. She's going so fast. Her top decks are now awash. And she's going fast. Look at that. There goes her slide. And now we're in a thunderstorm. All power's lost. There goes her funnel. Now what would be great is if you saw like all the furniture on the decks go sliding as these ships sank. So like all these loungers would have been gone a long time ago. That would have been cool to see. Maybe they'll do that one day in this game. Fingers crossed they do it. And she's gone. Okay, so now we're going to do sink by stern with starboard list. Now I said either this would be the last one or the next one would be the last one. I guess I'll make the next one the last one. The sink by fire. That'll be the last one. Wow, yeah, she's going fast. She is going really fast. Wow, she's almost completely on her side. Storm has passed. And obviously it's getting darker out. Now she's rising higher and higher in the air. All power's gone. As the last of her distress signals are sent, or should I say distress rockets, have been sent. there's one more. I think that's going to be the last. Unless another one just randomly pops up. Oh, that's it. Oh, no. Haha. They were able to get one more off. And once again, there goes her stern. The bow. And she's gone. Okay, this is the last one for this episode. After this one is done, I am going to call it goodbye. For at least for part 1. And then in part 2, we'll do the remainder of these. So let's do Sink by Fire. The dreaded fire that everybody hates. It is every mariner's worst nightmare. Oh wow, she's really listing heavy over to the port side. So it seems like the fire is more on our lower hull than it is on the upper decks. Yeah, she's pretty much on her side now. Oh, she's sinking by her stern. Well, that's weird. All fire is completely out at the stern. It's only the bow that's on fire. That is just absolutely nuts. There goes her funnel once again. Almost half of her power's out. I think all power will be lost very soon. It won't be much longer. All power's lost and she's at the bottom. Okay, everybody. I'm going to call that an episode. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe to my channel. Stay tuned for part 2 of the sinking of the Costa Concordia in Tiny Sailor's World. And this is, again, where I take a ship and I sink it in all the ways possible. So, until next time, guys, I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.